and welcome to another exciting video, and in this one we'll be looking at how we can make use of destructure named CSS-in-JS arguments to use in JavaScript Mixin functions. Now oftentimes it's hard to remember which order variables have to be used. This is where the concept of named argument is helpful. The exact same name can then be used inside of a Mixin or function. To name argument in JavaScript, we'll be making use of objects or object literals. For example, over here you can see this is a Mixin function that we are making use of, and here we are passing these parameters. Now it is quite obvious that I can mistakenly pass padding x in place of padding y and padding y in place of padding x. And if I save this now, you will notice that the CSS has changed. So to avoid such common mistakes, what we can do is we can make use of named parameters. Now here in our Mixin, what we'll do is we will be making use of key value pairs. So instead of writing button size like this, what we'll do is we will be writing it something like within curly brackets, and then we'll have the key and the value. So this becomes the key, and then we'll have the value over here. Similarly for padding x, so let's break it down on new line so that we have one key value pair per line, and here we'll be writing padding x. Similarly, the key will be base font size, and here we'll have the base font size, and finally we'll have the border radius. So here we have the border radius. Now when we have this approach, you can see that our CSS currently is in broken state, but we'll fix that. But here, if you come to readability point of view, you are now very much sure that I have passed correct value because the key value pair is there. So you know that for padding y, I need to pass padding y, and for padding x, I need to pass padding x. So once that's done, let's review our mixins now. So for mixins, here you can see we have those variables, but they are not being referred over here in these parameters that we have. To fix this, all we need to do is convert it to an object literal. So here we will be wrapping it within curly brackets. Now if I save this, you'll notice that this style is restored. Now there's one more way of working out this scenario, and that is like you can pass an argument over here, single variable, and using that args you will be able to access padding x, padding y. So instead of this, if I go ahead and I remove it from here for now, and I say it is going to accept some arguments. Now that argument will be an object, and it will have certain properties like padding y and padding x and font size, and similarly border radius. So that's another way of resolving this. But if you have this approach, it's more readable and you know where exactly each one of those data points are going in. But it also depends on how you feel comfortable handling such scenarios. So if you're comfortable with passing only one argument over here as part of the function or Mixin, and then using the object properties to further assign them to various CSS attributes that we have over here, that is also fine. And this one just gives you more clarity as far as readability is concerned.